The second of the answers from a while back finally adhered to. That's colour schemes of the mighty Wanzers, because this is Front Mission Evolved. Enemy tank detected. Enemy tank doesn't stand a chance if I can get my aiming appropriate. Oh, every single missile in the shoulder-mounted missile barrage. Wow, that was significantly unnecessary, I think. Additional enemies detected. Where? Show them to me so I can destroy them. I'll stick my shield out in front. For those interested, at the moment I have a loadout. Oh, that's got a sort of ordinary assault rifle upon one side. I've got a shield upon the other. And I've got the missile barrage on my right shoulder. And a minigun! Medium assault Wanzer has come in. Douche! All those missiles. They're not going to get away with this. No, they are not. Do. Yes, we took him out. This is one of the early story missions. I've probably got a vastly overly powerful Wanzer for the sake of this early mission, because I have completed the game. That's how I know it's rather entertaining, and one that I feel would... Ow! The balls? I fear there's a man shooting me. What the fuck? Okay, I've got... There was probably a cut, and I've got to find out where this little insect who seems to be shooting me is shooting me from. I think he might be dead. I think the helicopter caught him whilst I had the strangest of oddities. It just sort of went off, which, yeah, call me strange, but that's a bit weird. It just shrunk by itself in the most irritating fashion. Wow, my bullets really just whip through them as if they didn't exist. You're dead, sucker! And now just one man, just take him out with the little minigun mounted on my left shoulder. It's a very clever game, very different from any... If you know the Front Mission series, I think this is the most different of the series, because all the rest, I think, I might be mistaken in this assessment, but all the rest were turn-based strategy games. And this one turns it into an action shooter. But I don't think that was necessarily a hugely bad thing, as much as I'm sure a new sort of... Oh, beauty! It took it down before it even got the chance to come at me. Just a couple of missiles this time to take out the Mantis tank. But it's I can't get these sentences out in an efficient manner, can I? Oh, double targets! Babooshka, babushka, babushka, yeah. So this was in 4th place for those intrigued. We'll go into that. Never ever finish a thought track. They're just not worth it. No, we'll try and do one thought track at a time, which is why this game is quite clever and pleasant and very nice to play. You've got your 4 weapons, and on the Xbox control at least, which is what I utilise even though this is on PC, you've got my shield is my right trigger, and while I have the right trigger pressed down, I can hold the shield in front of my torso. I can also utilise the shield as a fairly... There are melee weapons. The shield is one of them, but it doesn't do a huge amount of damage in terms of melee attacks. In my left trigger, I have a standard assault rifle. I believe it looks like an assault rifle. It feels like an assault rifle. It's just giant. It's a giant assault rifle based on the fact that it's a giant Wanzer robot. As discussed, on my right button, which is my right shoulder, I'll just flick open the old... container thing, is my rocket. See, I can just, every time it closes, I can just... And of course on my left shoulder, on the LB button, you can just hear this mighty fine, I think, yes, there we go, I can just jump up. So you can jump and do all sorts. You've also got your sort of, I think it's called skiing, potentially, but it's essentially, I'd say it was a ski. It is a ski. Essentially, I would classify it as a sprint. It's not that confusing. Oh, wow. Hang on, we'll try some of this melee striking. No, alright, he's going to get one. Double bullet barrage! Because you can activate every single weapon at once, which is beautiful. Apart from you can't have your shield properly done. But you can, because I remember one of the bosses, and if I ever get round to doing this as an LP, you'll see it in greater depth and detail. One of the bosses, I found the easiest way was to double mount the shoulders with miniguns and double mount the arms with shields, so that you could be fully defensive. And basically that all you did was you held those shields down for your very life. Your very life depended on you holding those shields down. And so you would just defense, and then suddenly you turn around and go, miniguns! You thought I was only defensive. I'm not, bitch. I've got miniguns of justice. I can't immediately see. Just a little ballistic soldier, poor little sucker. You don't stand a chance against my Wanzer. I think they're called Wanzers anyway. Walking. I'm fairly certain the W stands for walking, and possibly the Anza comes from Panzer, but don't quote me on that because that sounds wrong. But then again, it might be. Oh, good one, Wiz. But it's a nice game. It's a very nice game. I do rather enjoy it. There's all sorts of different legs you can attach to your Wanzer robot. You can attach different arms, different torso pieces, and the really cool bit, or I say the really cool bit, one of the more cool bits, is each piece of your body can be destroyed independently. So if you take a load of damage to your shield arm, only your shield arm will blow up. Your shield will disintegrate and your arm will blow up. If you take a lot of damage to this arm, I think you do lose... I can't remember. Genuinely can't remember, but you might lose the ability to use... Oh, there we go. It's definitely Wanzers, because they've just quoted it. But as I say, I can't quite remember what that stands for. If you lose your legs, you lose a severe volume of your walking speed. And I can't remember if you lose your arms, I can't remember if you lose your ability to use your weapons, or whether they slow down, or what have you. But either way, losing limbs is not a bad thing, not a good thing, but also better than losing your torso. I think basically as soon as the central torso piece dies, you are fucked. and by that, it's game over. So now we've discussed why I think it's a rather entertaining and fun game. And now, oh, that's a heavy assault. No wonder it's taking a pounding. That's my ally. Don't wander into me, ally, please, fool. Now we've discussed that, let's discuss who voted for it. It came in 4th position with 5 points. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. 5 points. 5 points. 5 points. 5 points. That's right. 5 points. Stop saying 5 points. Oh, we'll ski into a cut skiing. You gotta be kidding me. What the fuck's going on? Double medium assaults. Get back into my range, bitches, so I can destroy you. And now this heavy assault might be a bit of a bugger, but not if you heavy assault him. Eliminate the hostiles. I think I just did. I will make your chopper land by destroying the AA turrets. You know who to call, the AA, if you ever have a problem. No, that's nothing to do with this game. So who voted? Who gave it the 5 points? Well, 3 of those 5 came from Soul's Word or Soul Sword. Earlier on we discussed this, that I can't remember if I was ever informed officially. I think it was discussed on a previous occasion, but never mind, I don't know. I'm useless at thinking, so what do you expect? Do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't think you ever get a... I'm not sure what other legs you get, but I don't think you ever get a sort of true kind of okay, it actually flies. I think you only ever get the jump. But then again, I'm considering the fact that I might be mistaken on that idea, but never mind. I can't remember all the game's details because it's been a while since I played it. But I've remembered most of the controls, I think. You know, jumping, dodging, ow. Except you don't tend to dodge into a thing. Oh wow! Didn't expect the missile turret to be able to actually missile me. I suppose the clue is in the name, it is a missile turret, but I was expecting it to be anti-air only, which would have made things easier. You can zoom in, not that it's that useful, but for targets that are clearly far away, it is moderately useful. Oh dear, we're going funny again, but not too bad. Who gave it the other 2 points? CS Squarepants gave it 2 points. So that's 3 from Soulsword, 2 from CS Squarepants. That makes 5. And 5 points puts it cleanly in the old 4th place. I don't know how much we'll do. How much more we'll do. Destroy the warship! The Osprey! I'm going to Osprey it with bullets. Although apparently the recording doesn't want to allow me to do so. That's a shame. I used all my missile locks on the one vehicle. And I think every single one of those missiles missed on that occasion. Health bar's really not doing bad here, because I've not exactly been dodging shit, and thus I can only imagine I've potentially got a heavy armour, although I don't know, it's not that heavy. It's fairly, I'd suggest maybe it was medium. Maybe I took the medium balance of, oh hey, there's good and bad. You know, medium speed, medium build, medium everything. I think I get in this ship. And another nice detail of the game is you have the ability to get out of the Wanzer and walk around. Some of the missions involve you walking around as a normal human, the pilot within the Wanzer, which is always quite nice.
What you do in the garage at Diablo might work for the testing range, but it's not going to hold up in a real fight.
I'm sure it will.
Let me show you how the army
I really don't need to know how the army does it. I know how. I know. I know. I've played it before, love.
Provide unique tactical benefits.
Yep.
Machine guns are general purpose weapons that
Yep.
excel at medium range.
I know.
And shotguns deliver the biggest punch at close range.
Really?
Shoulder
Wow.
weapons pack a
If this
heavy
is an
punch,
army education,
but they weigh a lot and don't have much ammo.
my basic
As I'm sure you know, the
technician's
total weight of the
education
must
clearly
be below
wasn't
the
quite
power
enough.
generated. Going overweight is easy, so don't equip too many weapons.
How can you possibly have too many
One
weapons?
of the best ways to improve the fighting capability of your Wanzer is to equip some battle skills.
Really?
Battle
Really?
skills
Good
add
God.
special abilities to your weapons like bonus damage or decreased enemy accuracy.
Well, considering frequently during that I was utilising incendiary shots, I think you'll find I already know it.
Some battle skills take up more than one slot and
You
cannot
really
be
got
used on all
sharp there, love. You really got sharp.
the army, the visual look of your Wanzer is important to signify your rank and status.
Well, I suspect my red and purple signifies that I am the greatest man alive.
Adjusted on per part basis.
There you go. This is where your answers will come in handy. Anybody who hasn't answered, you can feel free to go back and do so. I'm not going to put a link. I can't be bothered. Well, I might do. I don't know. We'll see. Or you'll see. I'll already know. Anyway, oh, well, hey, now I'm in there. So, yes, the visual, as you can see, you've got the style, and that was one of the questions, I think, which was sort of flames, rocky, little flames, oh, big flames, little flames, camo. I don't know if there's, no, I don't think, oh, there might be one above, or plain there. I think that would take me out. Primary colour, basically I said any colour you fancy. Just as long as it was a sort of proper colour, I could manipulate it, you know, make it lighter, make it darker, make it pink. Trim 1, trim 2, glossiness, and I don't think I ever asked specifically for a decal, but that's because most of these decals are fairly boring. I mean, I found that one skull, which is kind of cool. Oh, there's a dragon. I should really have the dragon on there, but Never mind. I clearly like the skull better, or never actually paid attention enough to see the skull. Sword's not too bad. I think I had the sword for a short period. That's mildly amusing. That's like fairly standard. That's if you really want to make your Wanzer look military, which I don't. You can see where clearly... I can't actually see where this is. I suppose it's on the torso, but I can't see... Ah, there it is. It's on the just on the sort of side. You can just see it flicking for anybody interested. I'll stick the dragon on for no good reason. But apparently on my legs, I've decided to go with I am our Wanzer. So let's replace that. You're getting to see a little bit of the customizer here, which wasn't exactly the plan, but fuck it, never mind. So yeah, I mean that we've seen a level. I've discussed who voted for it, and I've discussed that it's in 4th place. So I think it's about time to say those few little words. Well, it's not. It's kind of time to say, hey, 3, 2, and 1 remain a mystery. Hopefully, 1 will not remain a mystery for too much longer. But I think I alluded to this a little earlier in this by saying to do with... Can I get... No, I think, interesting enough, sometimes you have to use the mouse in this one. It's kind of weird, but doesn't make that much difference because I have a mouse available to me. Anyway, yes, I alluded to it earlier in Darksiders. There's another... I've got this series, this whole sort of clue-based stuff, will be revealed soon enough. I do promise. I've said that a couple of times and keep backtracking on that promise. But there is a sort of special coming up soon that may interfere with getting the mystery one done first. So either way, within the next couple of months, there should be a proper decent whoosh. Yes, proper decent whoosh. Oh, wow, you've automatically changed my equipment. You bastards! Well, I suppose now I've got the blind fire rockets now on my shoulder. I've still got the shield, and I've still got my immediate sort of... So, yeah, now I've got the lock-on missiles, which you hold the button to lock on, and I've also got the whoosh, the free fire missiles, which is kind of nifty. And I'm going to ski in... Oh, Bowler! Brawler! You don't stand a chance brawling against me, because I've now got a melee fist. I'm gonna fist you all, you centipedes! Where are the other enemies? I'm gonna ski into battle and crush you with my feet. Was slightly unexpected. Oh, actually, no, I'm using the missiles. I'm pushing the wrong button. Who guessed? Me, of all people. Oh, that shield, I think, is actually more potent. Let's use my lock-on missiles just to take that thing out in the background. I was going to stop, wasn't I? I was explaining that the mystery reveal might not necessarily be the next LP, although then again it might be, then again it might not be, then again there might be 2 LPs on the go at the exact same time, which, oh, holy shit, that could be confusing for everybody involved, which may not be a good idea. Let's take down the centipede tanks. Yeah, I accidentally used the rockets previously, so it wasn't my legs taking them out, which is such a shame. Oh, missile turret! Your missiles are nothing compared to mine. Get off! Get off! How dare you! As you can see, there are sort of almost the brawlers, and I think I get access to them as well. The brawlers do use sort of sticks. I'd love to call them swords, but they're really not swords. They're more just sort of sticks. Punch him in the face! If missile turrets even have faces. I think it's through this underground passage. And is that...
Sergeant Sewell reporting. We're just outside the captain's position.
Is that an openable door?
Remote override on these hangar doors.
Oh, this might end up being... I'm not sure where... Supposedly there's enemy here, but they're either too small for me to see.
Get down in here. Get these doors open now.
I can't see. Ah, there you are, you little buggers. It's the only problem with being an enormous Wanzer. So every now and again, you can't see your fucking enemies because of the fact that, and they do tend to use rockets, so they can, even though they're tiny little wimpy men, as opposed to tiny little wimpy burgers, you can be quite severely damaged. Certainly, I think all of my kit at the moment is based on the last levels, which, of course, the game's going to get more and more difficult, so all of my kit is based around the notion of being ultra powerful for all the really tough units that will kill you in an instant if you don't have fully upgraded shit. Oh, nicely done. You're going to ski in and just own face. Oh, brawling! Brawling! That, I think, is why, if you look, my shield... You can't run from me, dicks! My shield actually does a hell of a lot more damage, and this is not supposed to be the way. The shields are not supposed to be a one-hit kill on these things. The shields are supposed to be, use them in melee if you have to. But it would be much better to not use it. And I've got the perfect shield perk as well, which I think immunises me against damage. I can't stop, I can't seem to put it away, it's too fun blowing shit up. Oh, you think you can get away? No! No! Oh, of course I don't have my ranged weapons. Or I don't have the ranged weapons I did have in the last level, I don't have anyway. Boosh! And now let's ski in and boosh! As specified, the shield really shouldn't be doing this much damage to these creatures, but I guess that's the way it goes. Do 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 do. Ha ha! I think I managed to knock him down before the missiles hit. I killed him with the shield, which is fairly awesome. We're still surrounded. Who's surrounded? Oh, that must be someone I've not encountered yet, because we are damn certain not surrounded, because I'm about to take out our last foe. In an LP, I'd probably listen to the words of the commander, and I'd probably consider allowing you to listen to the words of the commander by shutting the fuck up. But as this isn't a proper LP, this is just me mucking about, revealing all. No, Dad, no! Oh, God damn it, Marcus! Oh, edge activation. Yes, of course. I can't remember how you activate the edge, but it makes you silvery. And you never know, I might end up... Douche, douche, douche! I don't know if this is going to be a lot easier or about as difficult. Really got to remember that dodge button. It would come in handy. It would also be handy if I could remember which buttons referred to my weaponry. Dodge, dodge. Yeah, his missiles are locked on as well, I think. Douche. So yeah, I can't... I'm guessing it's probably one of the buttons I haven't found a purpose for yet. So that sort of does narrow it down a little. Oh, jump dodge! Missile barrage! Missile barrage! Missile barrage! Missile barrage! I can't see his health bar at the moment. Douche! Ah! I think I've just activated edge.
Let's show him what we can do.
Let's show him what we can do. Do silver systems activated. Douche. Your Wanzer is no match. Especially, it's no match if my fucking edge system ends up. Oh, I can finally see his health bar. It took me a while to see that, which just goes to show you how stupid I am. My Wanzer's no match. Yeah, this hasn't exactly been a fight. This has been a walkover, mate. This has been a walkover. He does have a nice Wanzer, though. I loved those Wanzers. What's so funny? You're getting skipped. That's what's so fucking funny. Percival's 4. Can he get up? We'll never know until... Well, you might know if you've played it before. You might know if you've watched it before. But you won't know from this channel just yet, because now is officially going to be the end game. So I'm going to wait and see what happens next, which could be a bad idea, because of the simple fact that I might get distracted and into it again. Whoosh! Helicopters, and we're back. And I've still got the old stuff. Go for it. Roger that, Ramsey. I'm Ramsey. For anybody interested, the main character is called Ramsey. I think it's something Ramsey, not just Ramsey, but nevertheless, he's known as Ramsey. Anyway, now we have pretty much seen the front mission involved, and it's been revealed that that was the answer to the clue the second of the answers from a while back finally adhered to, which was colour schemes. And the points given to front mission involved equaled 5, 3 from Soulsword, 2 from CS Squarepants. I think it's about time we called this clue reveal special to an end. So, there's one thing left to say. Cheerio.